Hello, Monte Create. Welcome. You're bright and early. Hello, Miss Teresa. Well, Teresa, I just tried to take Pippa for a walk, took the gate down, went out there with her, and she did about 10 yards, did what she wanted to do, and then come back and sat at my feet. Cheryl, welcome, welcome, welcome. So the walk was not a very good idea for Miss Pippa to go and do on her own. How old is she? Pippa, she's 10. I can make the writing bigger on here. Plus, no. The batteries have gone in my keyboard. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Hi, Laura. Control plus. Oh, a bit better. Control plus. That's it. I can see the typing now. I have to admit my eyesight has diminished. Hi, Jen. It's time to create Jambor's mum. Am I getting that right? Oh no, hi Mum, hi Jen. Oh, I'm getting confused. Stop it, stop. I had to go out this morning. Had to go and get my flu jab. Injection, I think you call it. Flu shot, flu injection. We call it a flu jab because they jab the needle in your arm. And thank you, Mum. Feels funny calling you Mum. I bet I'm older than you. Yeah, and I'll put my own thumbs up. And that's a email today from StreamYard to say I haven't got many hours left on here, so I'm going to have a look at that other way of doing this. So, oh, you're Janet. Ah, Janet. I'll remember that. My best friend's Janet. One of my best friends. My oldest friend, let's put it that way, my oldest friend. And she's that old that we were both born in the same ward within 2 hours of each other. And our mothers kept in touch. What's Cheryl? I'll be having my surgery Thursday. Oh, what are they going to be doing this time, Cheryl? Or don't you want to say? You don't have to say. I had to go and pick my friend Mary up today to go to have our injections. Mary, God bless her, has she keeps asking the same question twice, and that's all I'll say. So she, I told her yesterday we were going to have our flu injection, I think 4 times she phoned me up to ask when we got to go. But anyway, I picked her up, and her and I. Oh, okay, Cheryl. Have you got cancer on the vocal cord? Because that's what I had. I had cancer on my vocal cord. But fortunately, I didn't lose my voice, or unfortunately for you lot, I don't know which way. So you will be fine. You will be fine. Think positive. You will be fine. We're thinking of you, praying for you. You will be fine. So, yes, so where was I with Mary? So I phoned her up and told her when, and I went to pick her up. And Mary and I have always got on well. We're always bantering, bartering with each other and telling each other off. And so anyway, she comes to the car and she's got this paper shopping bag, stuff in it. And she puts it in the back of my car. I says, "What's that?" She says, "Mind your own business." She said, "It's a present." I said, "Oh, okay." So she sits down. And then we had a good laugh because I put this mask on and she put a scarf around her face. And it all seems so surreal. It really does, to be doing all this. But we got to do it. So off we go to the chemist. And we walked in and Mary was right behind me. There was a lady in front and I didn't go right up to her. I give the 2 yards distance. Mary come up behind me and I turned round and I pushed her. I said, get back. You got to go back 2 meters. She said, what are you? I said, get back. You've got to stand back 2 meters. So she went back 4 and everyone laughed. And then she said, that's all right. She said, I want to stand next to you anyway, she said. So that was okay. Anyway, we had to fill these forms in. And then we had to go behind this shield. Well, what do you call them? Them things you put up in your bedroom to get dressed behind. You know, concertina things. Anyway, she finished hers first. So she was shown where to go. Hi, Kristen. Welcome. And anyway, I finished doing my form and I go around and I said, where are you? She said, I'm round here. She said, I don't need you. She's quite cosy round here. Anyway, I goes round and she's sitting in a chair and she's got one at the side of her and she shoves it right over the other side. Yeah, gets you 2 yards away. So we're laughing away. I said, I don't want to sit near you. And then we finished filling our forms in because we found out when we got behind there, we looked at the second page and there was a second page to fill in. And one of the staff and the chemist come round. She says, you 2 ladies are making enough noise for 4. And I said, it's her fault. And just all the time, Mary and I were battering back to each other. And we were having a good laugh. And then the lady came in to do the injections. Well, Mary says, I'm first. Well, I just stood up, took my arm out my sweatshirt and said, here you go. Mary was still struggling with all that she'd got on. So I got mine done first. And we was bartering with this lady the whole time. And then she said, she says, you 2 seem to be having fun. I says, no, I says, we don't like being with each other, really. I can't wait to get her home. Anyway, she did the injection and then she said, can you sit here for 5 minutes? She says, it used to be 20 minutes, but being as you've had them before and been fine, you just need to wait 5 minutes. So we said, yes, right. So we're sitting there and we were right by the Revlon makeup department. Anyway, the other lady was the other side of the screens. I've just remembered the name, the screen. And I saw her through the crack and I said, while we're sitting here, can we play with the makeup and do a makeover? And she turned around and said, no. And we said, oh, be decisive, won't you? She was laughing. So anyway, she went away, muttering away to the customers that were still out front. And then we sat there, and in the end, we had to get up to go out. And as we're walking out, I got out the door before Mary, and Mary was lingering a bit behind me. And she went laughing. She said, "Did you hear that?" And I says, "No, what?" She says she turned around to all the customers and says, "It's all right. You're all safe now. They've gone. You can come on in." All the customers were laughing because we disrupted the whole chemist shop. Oh, that's okay. We had fun. We really did have fun. Mary and I are always like that. Then we got back to her place, and she said, "I'll get me shopping." And she got this bag out the back. And she went to shut the door, and she said, "Oh, I'm all right." She says, and put it back in. And she says, "Here you go." And inside this bag was 4 of the adult drawing, colouring books, and some colouring pencils too. I said, "I've got some of them." She says, "Well, I've got another 12 at home." She says, "And I don't like these pens, so you can have them, and I don't want them back." So now I've got more adult colouring books. I might have to donate some, I think. So that was my morning with Mary. So we really miss not being able to pop around and have a good laugh with each other, but never mind. We're all in the same boat. Chopping wood next door. As of midnight tonight, New Zealand is on full lockdown. We can go out to the supermarket. We can go for a small walk in our neighbourhood, but don't talk to anybody. But they're still saying over 70s should really not go out. We're supposed to stay in. Yes, we did, Janet. We had a good time, actually. Mary and I always do. I was telling Teresa earlier, I said, we used to go to Christchurch for line dance championships. And one year we got on the bus, and us line dance ladies all made for the downstairs department, and we more or less filled it. And so everybody else went upstairs, and of course we were having a good laugh in the downstairs, and the driver was right by us. And we were about halfway there, and somebody shouted down, "Are them ladies all right?" Because we'd gone quiet. And the driver went on the microphone upstairs. He says, "Yes," he says, "I switched the heater on and made them all too hot, and they all fell asleep." Dear. And then another year we were going, and we got on the bus, and Mary and I said to the other ladies, "We want the back seat, out the way, out the way." So we made for the back seat. All the other ladies decided to sit in the other seats, and then the first person on the bus after the line dance ladies was a young man. And we shouted down Mary shouted down the bus, "We want him to come and sit with us." Well, he played along and he came down, didn't he? Oh dear. Yeah, me and Mary. What was the other one? Oh yeah, another time we were in the supermarket, and I didn't know Mary was in the supermarket, and I'd got to the checkout, and I was halfway through doing my checkout work, and then I looked up, and there's Mary in the next checkout, and she tapped my young lady that was putting the checkout check, as they call them, and said, "Don't upset that lady." She says, "I'll be taking her back to the home when we get out of here. Don't be frightened of her." And the lady looked at me, and I said, "Don't worry, dear, it's the other way around. She's the one you got to worry about." The lady wasn't quite sure how to take that, but never mind. So that's my little escapade. My bit of fun for the day. Oh dear. She is fun. Good fun. Now what's happening here? Hold on. Yes. Yeah, I heard on the news too about New York. It really is bad. Yeah, prayers are with you over there. The one good thing about our Prime Minister is she has been a lot quicker than some countries doing all the necessary things she's had to do. And this is why she's already, we've got, write it down, we only got 200 and something. Was it 5 now? No, 200 and something cases. 6 are in hospital. We had 50 new cases. It must be 500. It's 500 and something because we had 50 new cases yesterday. But 90% of our ones are all from people that have just been travelling and have just got back. I think there's only about 2 people that have got it from contact from somebody that's been tested. But it is very scary. But we will get there. We will get there. This is why I'm on here every day now. I feel like that, you know, not on my own so much. And if anybody wants to come in and talk, then that's fine. I love it. It's just so nice to have you all here. And if anybody wants to come up on the panel or anything, let me know. I'll send you the link if you're able to get on so that we can all get to know each other. And yes, we're trouble, Teresa. Trouble with a capital T. Trouble with a capital T. Oh, oh dear. Mary hired the catamaran. We live in Invercargill, and off Invercargill is an island called Stewart Island where people live. And she decided we was going on a trip to Stewart Island. So we had a collection and she was able to hire the catamaran. Well, I said I wasn't going because I said, there's no way I'm going to Stewart Island. No way on this earth. Yes, you are, she said, you're going. So anyway, she didn't convince me, she made me. On the day, it was quite nice in Invercargill. We had to drive down to Bluff, which is only 15 minutes away. But Mary and I had already planned our little play up. Her and I both had a rubber ring round our necks. We wore swimming caps. We had kiddies, lifesavers, things round the top of our arms. We had towels wrapped round us. And we had goggles. And as each one got on the boat, Mary and I handed out, it's a candy, lolly, whatever you want to call it, candy, over here called lifesavers. So we handed out these lifesavers to everybody. Well, by the time we left, the weather had started to turn a bit rough. And anyway, you can imagine a pile of line dance ladies. There were about 3 men. But then they warned us that it had turned a bit choppy once we get past this water break or something. Well, we had the worst trip out. The catamaran, where you go out of the harbour, 2 lots of water meet. And the guy had gone full bore. I think he was trying to impress us old ladies. Well, the catamaran hit these waves and it was sailing along like that. It literally went up in the air like that, almost flipped and then smashed down into the water. Well, that shut everybody up. By the time we got to Stewart Island, there was 3 of us that weren't being seasick. The others all were. Two women had to go straight home on the small airplane. And the one, it transpired, had broke her back, because when it slapped back onto the water, she was in the front seat, which didn't have a seat in front of her to hold on to. And it jarred her back that much. She cracked a bone in the spine. My other friend, who got all our lunches, my lunch anyway, hers and my lunch, she'd just gone through a major heart surgery, and they were worried about her, so they piled her straight onto an ambulance and into the plane and took her back, and she took my lunch with her. Oh, that was the worst. Oh, it's a trip from hell, that one. Never again. Never. And then we had to get back, of course, but the wind was going our way back, and it wasn't quite so bad. But still got that photograph of me and Mary with our uniform on, our water wings and everything. Oh, well, I probably rambled enough. Let's do what I'm going to do first. I'll put you down on the table. What I'm going to do first is I have got to do something. Some of my nails. There we go. Where are we? Oh, no, that's all right. Thank you very much. Sorry, ladies. No. Gotta get it right. I'm not going to do that just yet. That can be pushed. Oh. One day, Diane, one day. Are you enjoying the ride, ladies? Sorry. How are you enjoying the ride? I should have warned you to look away. There we go. That's it. My coffee's getting cold. Right. Done that. In here. Well, I wonder what's happening. The chat is not working properly in hang on the you don't have to pay and go on the what do you call it, roller coaster. Just come here, I'll give you a ride for free. Sorry about it, ladies. So first of all, I am going to be putting some tips on my nails because my thumbs are so split. Let's see. Look at them. They're splitting so much. And this one as well. You see? Yeah. So to stop it so that every time I put my fingers down and touch the down table, I'm going to have to put some tips on it. So if you can bear with me while I do this, it won't take me long. I won't put the gel and everything on. I'll just protect them with some tips. What do you want, kitty kid? Mom's got to do something first. Shut up. know. What's the matter? Is that right? You're getting very cheeky lately. Oh. What? Oh, sorry, somebody's got to come up and have a look what's going on first. What do you want? Oh, no. Oh, hold on, don't tell it, ladies, you're going for another spin. Right. Oh, look, I need to do my fingers. They're sore. So I don't want you up here for long. Ah, let me go in here. Here's a bad boy. Hi. Oh, yeah, bad boy. So is anybody crafting while I'm going to be working? Oh. Me? Do you want to go over there? Sit over there. Go on. Have a go. No, you don't know that table, do you? Over there. Do you want to go over there? Come on then. Come on, you can stand on this one. It's a new table, eh? Here's a good boy. You stay there, eh? No. Oh, cat's a pain when you're in your craft room. Oh, he likes this new table now. I've showed it to him. He's going back again. Yeah, come on, that's it. You got to go there now. Off you go. Good boy. Right. Meow. You too. Yes, run this right out of your chat. Sorry, Teresa. Oh no, I can't get this off. I hate it with my glue sticks. You finish your phone book trinket box today? Wow. Are you going to post them on Crafty Kiwi so we can see, please? I'll open that one. Oh, that one I can, but I don't think the end's chipped off it yet. Oh, God, every time I put my thumb down. There we go. That's gone, never to be seen again. Please put it down, Teresa. Here's. No. No. Well, can't you put it on Crafty Kiwi? Okay. I'm just doing my thumbs for now, because they're the ones that are sore. Fingers are all right. I can cope with them till I've done this. But I cannot work with my thumbs like this. So here's a tip I'm going to put on. Don't know if you've seen them there. Got like a well in them, we call it. Can you see it? Oh, see that well? That's supposed to fill up with glue. But I don't like these points here. So I just snip them off, because when you're trying to shape the nails, they can get in the way. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to put glue onto my thumb, and then I'm going to put the nail on like so. And let me see what I do. Put a bit of that on there and just spread it around a bit. It'll self-spread itself now. Put that down. Hold the nail like so, and as I'm holding it, I'm pressing it, which presses it out flatter. And I put the top of my nail onto it, and then take that down, and you can see the glue running so that it goes on without a bubble. And I sit and hold it for a minute. And I'm holding tightly onto the tip to keep it still. So that went on nicely. That's stuck on. And where is my so now you can keep them that long. A lot of people do, but I knock them too much to keep them that long. Is everybody here? Because it's very quiet in the chat. So now I've got these cutters. They're a bit like dog clipper ones, but they're not dog clippers. Aren't they long? Almost, well, Scrap Queen's almost that long, isn't she? With her nails. Anyway, depends on what you want. I could cut it there, like so. Have them that long. Some people like that length. But because I want easy working, I'm going to go down some more. It's always best to take too little off than too much. Now that's still going to be long, but because I don't want to stub my ends of my thumb, I'm going to leave it that long. And then comes the buffing. And the idea is, when you're buffing, you've got to keep the buffer on the nail, the false nail. You've got to not go onto your own nail, because what you're going to do is blend this part that you've just put on into that nail. You don't want to keep buffing onto your normal nail, because you'll make it too thin, which over the years I've done anyway. But what I'm doing is buffing the plastic now. Like so. And you do a little bit and lift, a little bit and lift, because if you continually buffed, you would burn yourself. It gets hot. So it's slowly disappearing, the join is. I want it so that, doesn't matter if you still see it, but when I do that lightly with the finger or thumb, I can still feel that ridge. And that's what you've got to get rid of, the ridge. Because when you gel them, or some people acrylic, I gel, for the sides, you pull your finger back like so. I'm pulling that finger back, and then I can get down in there. almost disappeared. This side's done good. It's the trouble with doing your own. It's a lot easier to do somebody else's than your own. Hi, Olivia. No. No, I haven't got none of that, Olivia. Tip blender. Well, I'm going to have to look for that. Save time, wouldn't it? See, I've been doing nails for 30 years, but I have been at the salon and having all the new product. Mind you, I can't send for some now because I bet they won't be delivering. Nail blender, eh? Oh, me too. I've got that many tips lying around. I hate it when you buy tips because you never use half of these, do you? You only use what fits you, and nobody's got little tiny nails like those. Or those. Sometimes them you might use. What sort of nails do you do, Olivia? Acrylic? Gel? I'll have to see if I can get some of that blender now. What? Oh, I used to have a lot, but I haven't anymore. I got rid of a hell of a lot because I don't do other people now. I just do myself. Just do myself. I do. And of course, because it's just me, I take shortcuts. Now I'm going gentle here because that tip is almost too far over and I don't want to cut my finger, so I'm going gentle down in the corner. Blend that in. I used to work in a salon. I've worked in a few. There we go, that's blended in. Do you like square or oval? You can see I'm oval. I cannot start a new home. Oh, me too, Olivia. Well, let's say, fortunately, because what did you tell me whether you did acrylic or gel? When I first trained, I was going to go and do acrylics. And then the week before I booked in for it, I like swavel. What's swavel? I'm talking 30 years I've been doing it, so I don't know all the new stuff. But anyway, I was going to do acrylics. And then about a week before I booked to go on the course, there was another course in Dunedin. And you might have heard of it if you're in America. You've got all the... I never mastered acrylic, I have to admit, because I never really trained. As I say, I ended up... Have you ever heard of back scratchers when they first came out? Fiberglass? Well, I used to do those to start. And then I changed to gel when the gel got popular. And that's what I do now, gel ones. so swell. It's square with corners. Yeah, see, I'm not a square person. I always like the oval. Always like the oval. There's a new type called polygel now. It goes on like gel. Yeah, I know. I got some of that, I think, and I didn't like it. Is that the one that you put it into a tip and place it on? I couldn't get on with that. Have you got any? You got any of these gel that you just paint on? They're quite nice. And to get the gel in, you just turn the bottom, swivel the bottom. Well, that other one that you put it into the tip, that's the only way I tried it, and I didn't find it very good. The other thing I've tried is dipping in the acrylic and in the acrylic powder. I bought a kit of that a few months ago, but I still found there was too much buffing required. With gel, there's not the buffing. Oh, I wish I lived near you. We could have a good old confab and do each other's nails. It'd be nice to have my nails done for me for once. Right, so now we're going to do this one. Oh, we could have fun, you and I, Olivia. You do nail art, I suppose. I'm not very... I could never do the drawing nail art because I'm not. The tips for polygel are poppets. Oh, I'll have to get in touch with you and we'll have to have a conflab one day, Olivia, and show me. Go on FaceTime or something. And oh, see, I've got to watch this. That split is right there. It's so sore. Yeah, I've done that. Use transfers, and I've got I love the metallic tapes and things like that. I did go to a course once for painting on nails, but no, not for me. I am not artistic enough. I couldn't do it. And everybody came away with a diploma on that course. And I said to the woman, I said, do you know, I said, I don't deserve a diploma with what I've done. I said, my stuff's a blooming mess. I said, and you're sending me away with a diploma on it. I said, there's only one thing I can do about that. And I left it with her. I suppose I didn't like to upset people, but whew. Yes, stamping. Yeah, I've had a go at that. Have you ever had hung the charms from your nails? I have. I used to do that a lot. Put all the little charms on. And that's gone stuck right on there, but if I leave it alone, it'll be all right. I love I used to have a charm hanging off the ring finger. I've got some somewhere. My brother-in-law saw it once and he said, looks like you've been picking your nose. See, when I'm doing my buffing onto my right hand, I move the finger and not the buffer. People say, how do you do the other hand? Well, this is how I do it. Yeah, I do too. Bead bracelets. I used to love having charms, or to get them out and never wear them again. I want some of that tip. What's it stuff now? What's it called? Tip blender. Let me have a look. God, I've got no keypad. I've got to use the one on the computer. Tip blender. Tip blender. How to use tip blender? Oh, I'll have a look at that when I've finished here. I use those tip blender. It's by the edge. Tip blender, tip blender. There's a few of them there. Easy flow tip blender. I shall be having a look at that. Are you in America, Olivia? Oh, the UK, yeah. What part of the UK? Nottingham. I've got a friend in Nottingham. I'm from Birmingham, as you can probably tell, originally. Have we had this discussion before? I have recently, haven't I? Newcastle upon Tyne. Cool. Ah, yeah, I'm a Brummie. I come from Birmingham. How you are, kid? Brummie, brawn and bred. Mind you, I've been left there a long time now. I lived in Coleshill. That's where I lived when we moved down to Weymouth, because we ended up moving in Weymouth in Dorset. Yep. That's where I met my ex in Coleshill. What part of Coleshill is he in? What's his address? Got married in Coleshill. Got a little bit there that I can't get out. I lived at the bottom of the hill, one High Brink Road. Bottom of the hill before you go over the bridge. Okay. For the first time I went out and about, someone asked, "Have you got the time on your cock?" Hubby answered, "No, mate, I keep it in my wrist. Sorry for naughty words. Yeah, well, that's not naughty to me. That's why it ended up having to be approved. Oh, in the high street, yeah. When I first got married, we had a flat in the high street over the butcher's shop at the top of it. That's not a butcher's shop anymore. Any of them spoke to him. Mind you, we've got things like that in my family too. I speak to them all, but they don't all speak to each other. Small world, eh? Very small world. I was just off the bottom of the high street. I hope we aren't boring all our other people reminiscing like this. I can't buff right down there yet because that's where the thumb is split. So the shape will not be perfect on this one, but that's okay. Do it later. Oh, cool. Right, that's not the right shape, but it's going to have to stay like that for now. Send a copy of this. In Messenger, let me have a look. Yeah. Well, look at all them. Wow. Oh, I'd love to come and play at your place. And you only do your own nails, nobody else. Oh, I'd love to come and play at your place. I used to have loads like that. I got rid of a lot. My granddaughter went into she's trying to be a beautician, and she only does gel manicures. She doesn't do putting on tips or anything like that. She just does manicure. Yeah. Right. Where's that other? I'm just working out of a bag at the moment. This was my stuff, so because up until last year, I used to go around to two old ladies. Well, I'm old too. And do their nails, but since I wasn't well last year, I stopped doing it. And I've still got the bag that I work from. Still got other bits somewhere. Oh, put that back. Top, wipe the top off the glue. Well, that's why I like being on my own, Olivia, because nobody can moan at me. I had a friend I actually got to know by working in her salon, and she died 4 years ago, but she was a nail technician, and when she died, I bought her nail table. I know. And her husband sold it to me. When I got it, it still got all her equipment in it. He didn't empty it. And all her nail polishes were the expensive Revlon and all the expensive ones, dear ones and that. I gave them to my granddaughter. But I'll put my other tips on later. Right. Oops, get more stuff here. Have you tried the Revlon Gel Envy top coat? It dries without a lamp and it's great. Yeah, I know they are. But at the time when she bought them, they weren't. But I do like that Revlon top coat because it dries without a lamp. Right. Shall we do some crafting? Now I can see touch things without my thumbs banging on everywhere. Now then, what's this one I'm doing? 18. And I need 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that's what I chose. Doesn't need that. Well, where's that one from? I'm confused here, aren't I? What have I got to do? 79 and 34. That's for 18. That's 18. And what's the next one? 51. Ah, there we go. Put that in there. That and that. That belongs there. Right. Which one shall I do? 18. Oh, I don't. That one scares me at the moment, I think. Yeah. All I know is it's good on the top of mine. As I say, I'm not in a salon. I do it for me. And this one. I didn't want that, did I? Right, that's better. Seven, 4, and 8. Oh, quite a bit of this. And then so I need 2 of those. That would be, no, I can't do that, can I? Yeah, like Ruby did it. It's a lot of that. Number 4. Gotta have 4 cuts. Got template 8 twice. Why? Confusing myself. Number 4, 7, and 7 again in there. So that wants 4. Template 8. 2 of those. 2 of those. Let's do this. I'm just doing a bit of measure at the moment. 4 of those. Yeah, that's all right. Where is it? Get the 6-inch. Oh, cut 6 inches of this off. Done. 6-inch. That's finished with. On that. And then this. 10. 7. 1, 2. This is 7. 4, 8. 4, 8, 9, 10. This. Right. So, Scotland back on these scissors. Let's put that's with that. Right. Right. And under there. Let's fill out the book. Four. There. Right, iron on. Oh, God, they're all falling out. 79. Maybe it wasn't such a bright idea. Oh no, that one I don't want put away yet because they haven't been photographed, have they? That's why. That's there. Cut it in half. Ah. Right. Right. Okay. I love some of these fabrics. One, two. Still knocking my fingers, but not quite so bad. Are you doing the farmer's wife quilt, Olivia? Is that the one you're doing, or are you doing Quilt as you go, or both? How big would the quilt be when finished? I'll have to look in the book. I'll have to look in the book in a minute, Teresa. No, you've just ordered the book. Oh, right. Has anybody had emails from the businesses that they usually order online with? Some of our local ones here have sent emails out today saying that because we're on full lockdown, they'll no longer be doing online orders even, which I thought was not very good. Now, that one in half. Two. That's one. Oh, you got that wrong, Diane. 8 and 8. No. 2, 4. 4, 6, 8, 10. You're looking at the wrong one, you silly woman. You silly woman. Looking at the wrong one. What number am I doing? See how confused I get? $51. Oh, Jeepers George. There we go. 2. Oh. On 2 of those. Right. No, Teresa, it's not. It is, I must admit, I'm having to really concentrate, and I still go wrong with all the numbers that you have to look at and the shapes and that. Cutting the wrong one. And I know I'm supposed to use a rotary cutter, but I'm not doing very well with the rotary cutter. So what fabric are you going to use, Olivia, to do this? You sent for anything special? That's 2 of those. 4 squares. Let's get some of this out. That might not be big enough. Yep. Oh, see, I'm confused again. That should have been the number 8. All I want from here is 10 of it. All gone wrong again. The best fabric for quilting, as they always say, has got to be pure cotton. I went, and pure cotton's not the cheapest here. It's very expensive. There is I found out from the lady at where we can buy fabrics from here, because everybody said we shouldn't use poplin, but there's actually 2 types of poplin, and one is a cotton poplin, and you can use that. So, but you know, I suppose anything goes. For the backing, I've been told, because it can come out expensive using the proper material, a lot of people use sheeting for the You can use flannelette or winciette, I think, if you want it warm. That's two of those, two. I've done this one wrong now. Can't you order one online? Two, 4, 6. Oops. That way. That's the best of being on your own. Order what you like. But now it's becoming impossible to order. I tried ordering a chest freezer today. Can't get one. But I'm going to start cooking meals and freezing them. I've got the slow cooker on now, cooking up mince, and I'm going to add spaghetti to it later. I'm going to have to go through my freezer and chuck out stuff. 2, 4. Go up there a bit more. All my fingers are sore. No, she's not close to neighbours, are you, Teresa? She lives out in the country. Of course, when I get these two finished, I'm going to start on this week straight away, because I'm a week behind everybody. 2, 4, 6. Look at that. Good. And that's right. I'm going to pick these pins up. Take your time. If you rush, more problems will happen to do. Oh, I know. That's me. I am like that. Trouble is, I've been working on the one that I want done for my bedroom. I've got Well, I say I've got forever at my age. I haven't, have I? I ain't got that long. 2, 4, 6, 8. Come on. Oh no. Yes. That's it. I will be able to. 10. Look at that. Piece of cake. Yes. I feel so good having got out today. I might have to start and think of things I need at the supermarket and go and get them myself every now and again. And pick Mary up and take her too. No, I'm quite. Should be 2 there, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right. Cool. You can go out the way. You can go there. 2, 4, 6. Scraps. Let's click on that here. Like my mother always said, the housework dishes and I can't wait to spend time in. Yes, precisely. Do you know, for the last 2 days I haven't made my bed, and I religiously make my bed. Not for the last 2 days I haven't. I thought, over it. I really should though, to keep my routine going. I really, really should. I think I'll buy pocket sheets to keep each square in so I don't mix them up. Well, I've got all these templates that we're cutting out and I won't be keeping them because I won't be doing this lot again. I thought we'd got to make them and put them on stiff cardboard. That's what I started doing, but I soon stopped. Just one little blunt bit on my scissors. Right, 2 of those. Right, square, how many? 4. The old rich might hear you, she haunts me now. And that's my bell going, but there shouldn't be anybody there. You go to sleep. Oh my God. I am. You never guess what I've done. Oops, I'm upside down. Turn me around. You never guess what I've done. Yeah. I've just sat down and thought, what's that? And it was this. And it's a shoehorn thing that you put on the back of your shoe to slip them on easily. Well, I've done that, but I left it on there. I've been out with this at the back of my shoe. Oh my God. What would people think if they saw that stuck on the back of my shoe? Oh, duh. Duh. Until I tell Mary that. Oh, dear me. Silly sod. Stop it, guys. Stop swearing. Now, on that one, Teresa, I can call myself silly names. Oh, dear. Well, I have to agree with that, Teresa, but the government don't now. They've truly locked me away. Let me go back on here. I think they're doing all this, because so many people need locking up that they're doing it like this, and then they'll not let us out. Oh, dear. No, it's not my skirt and my knickers, no. I've done it, though. Don't worry, I've done it. Mind you, I don't wear skirts these days, so the likelihood of doing it again is not very likely. Oh, dear. 4 of them. They're coming to take me away. Oh. Right. 6 of number 7. If nothing else, I'm entertaining. A. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I'll tell Mary. I'll say to her, I bet you noticed that and didn't say anything, so I look more stupid than what I am. It's so weird hearing people working in the gardens here because nobody usually is. Not many people around today, is there? Only 5 of us, that's all right. I'm only on here to have some company so that I don't be on my own. The ghost is, my bell rings on its own sometimes. I say it's my mother making me get up. Chopping wood by the sound of it next door. Chopping wood ready for the winter. I know. I said to my mum once, Mum, when you go, will you keep reminding me that you're still here? She says, yep, I sure will. And she sure does. The one thing that she can't do now, though, because it's broken and I've got to get myself some more because I want her back again, is I had touch lamps by the side of my bed. And they would go on for no reason. And every time they did, I could feel her. And it broke. So I haven't got it anymore. Oh, hide that. Oops, hold on. Where's that? 51. The packet. Oh, right, let's organise this one. It's done. Right. Oh, you've got a Siberian Husky. I love those. One of those there. And one of those there. Let's see how these go. One, two. Oh, okay. That's them off a minute. That. Oh, I haven't cut that one up. That's oh, this is confusing. That and that. And that and that. Go. This is not going to be right. How many of them are? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That there. And that there. That don't look right, does it? There. 2 of them. 2 of them. Then that. Then that. So, what have I done wrong? Dirt. That's right. That and that. Then the dark ones with the points down. There. And that's got to have one there. With a square one next to it. It's got to have that there. With another square next to it. With one of them. And one of them. But I haven't cut enough of these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have cut 10. Bugger. That's that. See? However much I look and concentrate, it don't work. Oops, I haven't got that one in half. Yeah. Oh, that's not right. There, Diane, there. 1, 2, 3. And a square. That. Then the square. Have another one of them in there. And then that. So I need 2 more of that. Oh. See, however hard I try, I stuff it. Shut up. She'll get it. Like I said, I'm going to put on my headings how not to do it. These are starch before I cut them, or else they'll shrink. I'm glad Ruby's not around to watch, because I know she doesn't watch to catch up. So there's no way she'll watch all my mistakes. Come on, iron, go. Thanks, no, don't you? Oh, she's going to blackmail me now. She's going to blackmail me. Teresa, help. Don't I have enough trouble with Ruby? Mind you, I felt for her this morning, that bloody boss of hers. Oh, no, what's happening? Oh, what am I doing here? Cool. Come on, scissors. Pick up. Oh, 24. I was late coming on, wasn't I? I still have to bring my other TV in here. It's because I'm watching what the reports are at 1 o'clock. Then I took Pippa for tried to give her a walk in the park, but she was not having a bar of it. Go. How's that? How's that? Nah. We can't. Right. See if I can get this one. This one done. Do that. Would you rather see the pattern there or see me on the machine? Tell me what you want. Doesn't matter. Hi, Nikki. How are you? That's into it. That. I like about these easy ones like this, you can do complete runs. Like this. I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. If you're gonna be my lover. Oh, come. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And you want to do that one has got to go there. Put the plunky on there like that. Right. Stay with me long enough, Olivia. Stay with me long enough. Yeah, what time is it? Don't you ever sleep, Olivia? You're an insomniac. Oh. It would be hard. When I get onto Ruby's when it's early in the morning here, it's not that I'm an insomniac. It's that I woke up to go to the bathroom, and on that bloody nosy, I have to have a look, see if she's on. And then I can't usually just ignore it and go back to sleep. There we go. I don't think the big one's in my hand. It's just that she's so taken by my personality, Teresa, that she's hanging about to be here with me. I think. Right. Let's get the iron going. Sure do. Surely do. I like these ones. I like doing these ones when they go like this. I do. All right. Game arrived. I used to love games when I was young. I've never played the online games though. So you don't work, obviously, if you don't sleep. All right. Well, thank goodness for the internet, I say. People who, like, I'm on the disability, well, I'm on pension now, but I was on a disability. Diabetic, epileptic, oh goodness. And you just take care of yourself. Right, let's see if we can get this back together. See that? Go there. I've done this wrong, haven't I? Go on, tell me I've done it wrong. I shouldn't have put them on there because they've got to go on there. See? How am I going to sew that now when I've put them on there like that? See, don't go along thinking you know what you're doing because you don't. Because you bloody don't. Well, I don't. There's that one. And it should have joined on. See, another one when I'm a bit skewy on my square. Let's cut it square. That's better. So if I put that on that one, done it all wrong. All done wrong. Getting cocky thinking I know what I'm doing. And I don't. Little bird's nest. Right. That and that. That. These have got to come off here. See, I zoom along thinking I'm doing so well, telling everybody, oh, these ones are easy, and they're not. What to do? Right. It's got to go back there. That should be doing it at the top, really. Get off it. Let's work the top one. That. And we need that. With that. That and that. With that. 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 When did you last have a drink and stand up? Pass. That. So that's got to go into that. It's got to go into that. And that. It's got to go there. But that's got to be joined to that, because that's joined to that. Hey? Those small squares. Those. That's that. What's wrong with it? That square has got that. That's that and that. That's that and that. Ignore that one. That's them. 1, 2, 3 with that one in the middle. Corner, corner, straight. Is that all right? Is it all right, Akin? But I've got to get them sewn together now. So I must have to put that one on that one and that one on that one. Then I can open it out. That's what I've got to do, haven't I? Put that there. That. That's got to go. Yeah, no, yeah. It's got to go on there. Yeah, she's got it. I hope she's. Yeah, she's got it. It's gonna go there like that. And that's got to go on there like that. Right. Oh gosh, what would I do without you, Olivia? Come on. You fit nicely on there. That and that. Good job, I left them squares down for you to see and not showed you the machine. You know about making coffee. You made me one. Somebody needs to make me one. Oh, I'm getting all tangled here. That's got to go there. Oh, these bloody thick pedals. That'll have to go. The bottom. There. Do that one the other way. Need that one the other way so that it fits. Like that. Square at the bottom. Square at the bottom. do that and that way. So we want that to go that way. And that's going to go. Oh, I thought I'd done it wrong then. That and that. That's it. Thought I'd done it wrong. Right. He's going to come off here. This one down, and then that'll be it for today. Here's some more. Cook my lovely tea that I'm making. Looking forward to my tea. Right. That. There we go there. And that's got to be like so. Right. Right. How did I do that before? Gonna go like that. Oh, where's the square go? Look at this square. It's gonna go there. With that on there. Square that. That. Square, square. That. 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 This one's got to come off here. Put the pieces on top of the one you've done. I'm going by the book. Cause she's bossy, ain't she? I love you, Libby. I love you. This is the one I want. Right. Look at that. I got it. I got it. By Jove, I've got it. Where's that come from? That shouldn't have been there. Now am I doing that right? Oh, oh, it's not sewn to that yet. Oh, duh. That first. These two first. Oh, God. Oh, I'd have to fall out with Ruby. Her fault I ever gone into all this way, way back. And with the crafting and everything. Ruby's fault. Yeah, so it's got to come up there. Where's my foot gone now? God, how did it get over there? Well, okay, we don't want it, and yours and Ruby's. I'm doing it. Fault it. I don't. Sweet thing, your foot is on the end of your leg. Yes, but not that foot. Oh dear, that and that. No, that's got to go there. Oh, and what I'm saying, wanting when she's turned onto an angle. There. Yeah. Well, what? Oh, what's in there? Cute. Oh, now I'm getting tangled up in all the wires I've got. Oh, more haste, less speed, Diane. Not stop until I finish this one. I don't know how Ruby sits and does it for hours and hours and hours. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that. Stay still. That's better, Diane. Take your time. This one. Flip it over. Oops. There you go. What she want? Yes, can I help you?
Yes, could you please answer your text?
Oh, sorry, I'm busy doing quilting and didn't hear them. What do you want?
I don't want anything. It's to see if you want something.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, do you want a piece of my yogurt pot cake made really? Yes, of course I do.
Oh, yeah. Come to your door.
Okay. Right, bye.
Bye.
Of course I want a piece of her cake. Got to go to the door. We can only take things off each other at the door. So I better go and stand at the door. Just bear with, ladies. Sorry about that, ladies. Had to go and get my piece of cake off Nancy. Oh. It's a lot of work. There are 4 finished quilting. It takes 21 weeks, yes. I bet some people, though, are going ahead and getting it done. The people who know how to quilt. I Mind you, I do miss how Ruby has to do it because I'm asleep most of the time. But never mind. Right. Olivia, Miss Dido didn't bring enough cake for the whole class. No. And it's a yogurt cake, and I've got some yogurt in the fridge, so I'm going to have yogurt on it. Wow. Wow. Heat up iron. Stein, you're clever. That's that way. Like that. Looks better like that, doesn't it? Because they're going diagonally when they actually go on the quilt. Now that's nice. I like that. Clever girl, Diane. Number's at 51. Let's give it a number. Let's give it a number. That's my pencil. Oh. Still got one more to do. Come and do that tomorrow. 51. I reckon by the time I get to the end of it, I'll be perfect. I'll have to start again for all the ones that aren't perfect. Aye. There we go. So I've got 3 done now. Still got. See, when they're diagonal look, they look nice. See? Don't they? That one's not quite in the middle, but they might. 79. Who's 79? That, oh, that one. Yeah, I did it first and I shouldn't have done. Actually, this isn't finished. I haven't cut this one. I have its edges tidied up. Okay. Edges tidied up. Not much. It's really just coming. Oh, that's a bit short. Oh no, just about coming out right. God, straight. Once I get the book and material, I'm onto it. Good on you. No, Diane, you've got to turn it. See, and then you move it. God. Struth Almighty. Olivia. Struth Almighty. Thank you, Teresa. I know, Pippa, it's tea, time for your tea. I know that. I know that little girl. Good again. There you go. 51. This one, 2. What's the one I've got to do tomorrow? 18. That's another one with lots of bits, isn't it? And this. Put those there because they can't be photographed till the other one's done. That's, you know, I don't want these templates. I'm never going to use the bloody things again. Well, my mother was a seamstress and I was her biggest letdown. Oh dear, I hate them. I hate them with a right and a left. I get all mixed up. There's the colours. I'm wondering if I ought to make one a bit more plain. Cut 3, cut 5, cut 3, cut 5. Although the dark one is that. That's the dark one. That's diagonal then. There. I reckon this should be plainer, don't you? Find something a bit plainer. Yeah, but I'm not sure then. What do you reckon? Look, oh, I'm wobbling, aren't I? My phone's wobbling. My camera is. No, we're not having an earthquake. Everything's wobbling. So that's why I have this yellow one out. I bet I'll put back. So I could put that one in, which is one I've already used. Or I could put that one in. So what do you reckon, look? That one or that one? The yellow is quite nice, isn't it, with that gold? Yeah, it's going to be the yellow. It's going to be the yellow. Right. So that's it, ready for tomorrow. I put those on there at night. Pencil stays there, scissors there. That can go in the scrap bits because there's bits I could get little bits out of that. Can go there, that can go there. Iron off. Iron off, ladies. Don't forget the iron off. There you go. Oh, look at the hair. Looks like I've been pulled through edge backwards. Darn it. That there. Let's see. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Quite like that. Yeah, that's it. Makes a little flowers. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, I bet I've done far more than you, dear. I've had a lot longer on this earth than you. I've done it. I was no little angel. Anyway, ladies, thank you for being here, staying with me. Wasn't a big amount of us today, but I don't care. I just need some company to get through this thing that we're going through. Yeah, little child. Yeah, Yeah, little whippersnapper. So I'm going to say good night and God bless to you all. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Miss Olivia, you stay safe, and you too, Teresa. I know you're not going anywhere, so I know you're going to be all right. Tell Leroy to be all right too. My toy boy. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.